Welcome to today's EMS Leadership Q&A. And today's question is, what do you do when everyone is looking for someone to blame? And I think, number one, it assumes that you know what others are thinking, right? This may be an opportunity if you're thinking that's what others are thinking, or you're hearing grumblings of this. Maybe there's a conversation to be had with your leadership team around being your word, right? What are people saying? Does it match up with what results are getting produced?
Yeah, I think that's spot on, because if the leadership team is not able to be open about when they break their word, or it doesn't get acknowledged, like I said I would do this by this time, and then you know why you didn't do it, an emergency came up, or you had other priorities, but it doesn't get communicated, it looks to the culture like it's okay if you say one thing and do another.
Yeah.
Right? If it's okay for the leadership team, then it must be okay for the rest of us. And so there's kind of a blame culture that gets created in there. And also, the other aspect of it is, how does the organization or leadership react when someone messes up or doesn't keep their word? Is it psychologically safe in your culture? Does somebody get made fun of? Or if somebody I don't know, has a reason for why they didn't do something, do they get, teased, or, do they get acknowledged? Does it look like they're going to get in trouble for not keeping their word? And I think it's very easy to look at a situation and think that's, the problem. But I think that this really speaks to a larger concern. And what is the culture? I think people blame others mostly because they're afraid of the consequences. Does your culture look at a mistake as a development opportunity, or is it a disciplinary event? Those are very different cultures, and I think all mistakes aren't created equal. So if you have, if you're noticing that people are more likely to blame than take ownership, then that's a great opportunity to train people in the possibility of responsibility. So, we have an article called "A Framework for Providing and Inspiring Leadership," and there'll be a link in the bottom there on the screen. But it really speaks to the difference between responsibility and blame, and also around this conversation about integrity and being your word. So I think it will be helpful for folks.
Yeah, we'd love to hear people's comments too about if you've experienced this blame culture and maybe what your organization has done to be proactive about it, or how to reverse that into more of a psychologically safe organization. And if you have a question you'd like to submit, you can email it to us, support@emsleadershipacademy.com. We'd love to hear your questions. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, that'd be great too, 888-330-8288. Thanks so much.
Thank you.